In buildings under construction, the person responsible for ensuring that the fire prevention program is carried out and fire safety in general is maintained at that site is going to be the fire prevention program manager. So if we look below, Chapter 4 of NFPA 241 is going to outline that the owner needs to designate someone to be the fire prevention program manager. Now, that person is a competent person with the knowledge of applicable fire protection codes and standards and the available fire protection systems, as well as inspection procedures. So it needs to be a knowledgeable person. The authority having jurisdiction might have specific requirements for what makes a qualified fire prevention program manager, as well as the need to have an alternate fire prevention program manager so that when the primary fire prevention program manager or FPPM is not on site, that alternate will take over. Now, the fire prevention program manager has a lot of responsibilities per NFPA 241. First of all, anything in the fire prevention program they need to make sure is being completed. But then we'll go through a couple of the items here. They're responsible for just generally safeguarding the life and property from fire. They need to be doing daily inspections to look for deficiencies and hazards, and then making sure that those deficiencies and hazards are rectified. They're responsible for providing fire prevention awareness and education to everybody on that site. They're responsible for providing training on how to use fire protection equipment. Specifically, fire extinguishers is going to be the type of fire protection equipment that most of the construction sites are going to have. They're responsible for making sure that you have the proper number of extinguishers on that site. They're going to be supervising the permit system for hot work. So they're going to be the permit authorizing individual. And then also any impairments to fire protection systems, fire alarm systems, all of that needs to go through the fire prevention program manager. So they make sure they understand where all of those impairments are taking place. The FPPM is responsible for doing pre-incident planning with the responding fire department. So the fire department understands what's going on at that site. And then finally, they're responsible for site security. So we know that fires being caused by people coming in and setting fires, it's a possibility at a construction site. They are very vulnerable. So some sites are going to be required to have site security. The fire prevention program manager is responsible for ensuring that site security is maintained. Now, if you're interested in learning more about construction fire safety, in the link below is our landing page for construction fire safety. It's got a whole bunch of information, including some checklists that you can use to help ensure that you have a safe construction site. If you want to learn more about the Fire Prevention Program Manager, there's a link to the NFPA LiNK YouTube channel, which has got a video on the Fire Prevention Program Manager. Now, let me know, have you been a Fire Prevention Program Manager? Have you worked on a site with a Fire Prevention Program Manager? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you.